Good evening, Giselle. Good evening, Sarah. Thank you for accepting my invitation for this speech. My name is Irfan, and I am the Equal Opportunity Advisor in my Army unit. And today I want to talk about military equal opportunity and the importance of it and how it ties to our national security. Some of you might hear about the military equal opportunity in the past, and for some of you, it might be a new subject. Do you know what is a military equal opportunity?
No. No. Vaguely, maybe. I could
Okay.
guess.
I can tell you something about what happened to me and how I heard about it. When I was joining the military in June 2012, I was worried to be labeled as Middle Eastern because I was born and raised in Iran. And my goal was to stay in for 20 years and retire from the army with the highest rank possible. Uh, but I couldn't focus so much because of those thoughts. And when I brought it to my recruiter and I told him like, hey, is this going to be a problem for me? Because I hear all the news and everything. And that was the first time I heard about the military call opportunity, especially for the Army one. He told me that there are programs and policies that can protect all the soldiers, especially the minorities, that no one can discriminate against them when it comes to performance or getting promotions. And then he explained it to me that Army wants to maximize their soldiers' potential based on their merit and performance. And he told me about the zero tolerance policy in the Army. Okay. He explained it to me about that the zero tolerance about discrimination in the Army. Well, that was a peaceful moment for me. And when I went to the basic training, I experienced it firsthand that how those policies are protecting me. So I could focus to achieve my goal and graduate from boot camp and AIT as a top 5%. So you might ask yourself who is responsible for the military call opportunity. The commanders and the senior leaders are the most responsible people to make sure that if anyone's experiencing or facing the discrimination, take the steps and start to resolve it from the lowest level, which is in the company level. And there are three different type of complaints, and if anyone is facing the discrimination. The first one is there are three types: informal, formal, and anonymous. Informal one is when the soldier or a DoD civilian or their families experiencing it. It doesn't require in writing. They can go to their squad leader, platoon sergeant, or whoever in that unit, include the chaplains, to talk about it. What they do is they talk to the victim, they provide the programs that they can help them. They might transfer them from the unit to another unit, but that's it. It's not going anywhere after that. The formal one is when it's go in writings. And if any soldier wants the formal complaint, the commander has the obligation to open an investigation about that complaint. And the third type is the anonymous, that the victim and can talk to anyone in the unit, but they don't want their names bring up, and it's just informing the command team in that unit that this is happening, so they can put it in the record. And anonymous and an informal complaint can turn into a formal complaint. There's a time limit for the formal complaint, which is 60 days from the incident, and it requires to use the DA Form 7279 to open the investigation. I highly encourage service members, if they face any discrimination, at least they bring it up to their command team, because to get the missions done by our military, we need that unity. United States is a melting pot, and the Army is not an exception. So we don't want anyone who feels alone, and when they face the discrimination, they feel like they have no support. Do you have any question?
I don't.
You don't either? Sarah?
Have you ever felt any sort of discrimination personally?
Fortunately, no, but I'm positive it has something to do with the policies that were already set. Because when we were in a basic training the first week, they explained everything to us, and that's what I experienced for the last 13 years in the military. Okay, this concludes my speech, and have a wonderful day.